We're going to do the like button. So, uh, so just to recap, this is what we had last. All we did was make the UI better. We added the username. So really, probably the username should probably be as the title. It should be on the top. I mean, either way, I guess. Now ours could be different. It's fun. It needs to be different. I'm not trying to recreate Facebook. So all right, and another thing that I keep saying I'll do, but I keep forgetting. I'll zoom in on the code just so it's better. I guess is that the right? Just so you can see it better. And I'll go ahead and close this for now. But yeah, so hopefully this is way better. I know you can zoom in with Mac with there's some stuff I have to do, but I'll do that later. But anyways, yeah. So I need to have my stuff on there. So what I want to add is this eventually. I'll just um it's probably be in the same video. I mean, it depends how long it is, but we're gonna use this type of like. There's also another one, which I think they just copied off of them. This is newer than the other one. Pretty much the same though. And we could change the. See, the background is transparent and gray. We could just change it to be white. The other one's bigger, I think. I don't know. Let's add a bigger picture. I don't know. But yeah, let's just get going. So first, it'll be in the card. So we'll add something. I mean, it will be in the list tile actually, technically. So trailing, and then we'll do a raised button, I guess. Really, we need to separate this card into its own widget, basically its own stateful widget, because we need to detect the changes. We also need to check if they liked it. So uh, it won't really work well, or I can't think. At least I can't think of a way that would work well, where we can change the state of each button without. If we leave it in here, I don't think there's a good way to basically change the state of the button. So change it from to show that it's liked or not liked, whatever. It'll refresh the whole list view. So really, we don't want to refresh the whole list view. We just want to refresh each row. So each card, we only want to refresh them individually. So we need to separate this card into its own widget, which I'll show you in a minute. We'll put it in its own file, but for now, just to make the copying of everything simpler, we'll leave it in this same file with newsfeed dart, but we'll make another file later. We'll just leave it right here just so it's simple to lost my train of thought. Yeah, just so we can see what we're doing easier. Anyways, we could go ahead and write this, just show you what it will look like. We'll do the child, and we'll do this as like. We'll do on press. So we'll just do anonymous function. So that will just give us this like button right here. So it doesn't do nothing, of course, right now. We haven't added anything, but we'll change it eventually to be like this. But for now, I just want to show you the basic idea before we get to that. After I show you the idea, using this code is easy. When they have code, I could just copy over. I'll show you how to copy it over. It's just this code. So it's pretty simple to copy over to change it, and the functionality will still keep the same functionality. So yeah, we'll just put the code instead of doing an anonymous function. We'll put the code in like we'll make an actual function somewhere. Anyways, first we need to separate this card. So always click on the outside so I can see where it ends. So it's basically this, but really we actually need the return part too for this. But first, just same thing we always do, stateful. So STF, then press enter, and then what do we want to call it? Newsfeed row, or yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. And we'll put this in another file later, but for now, is this too big? Y'all let me know. I have to always view videos on my YouTube, so I never really thought about people using it on their phone. But yeah, either way, even on your desktop, I guess it's useful to keep it like this. So, anyways, we'll copy card. We'll just copy this, and we'll leave that like that for now. So we'll just copy this here. I don't see. Might get errors with document, yeah. So we need a pass document, right? So first do final. So we need to get everything that we're going to use. So final string user image. Eventually this will be another file. So I mean we'll have to pass anyways like this, but and then document. So I believe that's a document snapshot. So document, and then oh, you also want to. No, we won't do that. I'm trying to think of what else. We need the logged in user. Thought we had the code for it. Oh yeah, because we want to pass this or we'll do this code inside of the other build method. We want to do logged in user too, so Firebase user and user. Okay, so now you want to do all this now because you want it to show the errors. I'll show you why. I believe I showed this before. I don't know. If you press the option enter, yeah, press option enter or alt enter on Windows, and it will give you this pop-up. Say it'll say create constructor for final fields. So you have to create a final field for it to even give you that. So it create the constructor for us. Cause I forget constructor each time. I don't know why. But. So now we can we'll put this in the build method actually. We're not even showing. And I should change that in a minute, but well, actually, I'll just show you now. So, for anything you want to reference, I don't know if I showed it before, but anything you want to reference in the in this part of the class that's not this that extends stateful widget, you have to reference with widget in front of it. So, widget dot document. Same with this dot or widget dot user image. Widget dot document. Okay. And so now we can remove this card. We can replace it with newsfeed row. So user image, which is the user image, of course, it's the global user image, which that'll actually be different. Well, anyways, it'll be in the row when we query stuff. So, anyways, it'll be an actual post actually. So That's just a default image. So, anyways, document, document, same thing, I believe. Yeah. And then user is logged in user. Yeah, okay. So now let's just run it to make sure everything still works like it should. Yeah, okay, see. Everything's good. All right, so we just refactored the code a little bit. We'll put this in another file at the end after we do all of this. So anyways, now we want to be able to detect when they liked it. So first, let's just make a var. Var basically means the variable can change, basically. Variable, basically. I don't know. Anyways, liked. I think it's false by default. Any booleans, but we'll go ahead and put. We could go ahead and put bool because just to make it more clear. I need to probably do better practice of that instead of using var, but from the actual types. But yeah. Now we'll make this a function. Try to see how we're gonna do it. Right in here, and then we'll put in a function. Okay, so if it's not, first we'll change this. So liked, first you put liked, so the liked variable, right? And then you do a question mark. So basically this is the condition. This is like if else. So it's called the ternary operator. So first you put the condition, and then I believe if the condition is true, this is what you put next. We'll see. Um, so you put what you want to return, and if it's not true, uh, like that. So it should show like still, because this is the false. This is true. This is false. This is the condition. So okay, so now when we press it, we want like to be. So if liked, really we want to check the if it's like this will come from the database. So if it even has it. So we'll have, oh no, yeah, okay. So we'll just do something simple just so you understand. So if liked equal, we'll do set state. Liked equals false. So if it is liked, um we want to unlike it. So if it's else, it's not liked. So we do want to like it. So just to show you real quick. See, now it's changing for each one. So we're just refreshing, changing the state of one row. That's why I had to separate it, really. So now, all right, so next we want to actually like it, like, you know, I don't know a better way to explain it, but basically save it to the database. So we'll just copy this right here. I'll leave the link. It's the firestore pub dev page. So anyways, we don't, it's the same code we use to save the user. So actually we want to do a query first. So really, this is how, instead of, it'll be the same code sort of, I'll just show you. We'll just comment this out. But first, we're gonna actually check. So it'll be what I want to do for the like. We're gonna have a different collection for all of the reactions. So it'll be called reactions, which I don't know why I deleted that. I meant to do the document. post reactions. I don't know if we're gonna. We might do some other reactions on something else. I don't know. Maybe when we do the messaging, real-time messaging. So real-time messaging is pretty much almost the same code as this, as far as the actual message part. But on this part, I want to do the document, or it'll be widget, of course. Oh man, the document ID, and then plus and then the widget, or no, the logged in user, which is it. Of course, we have to use widget. So, oh, it's user. I'm tripping. Okay. Widget.user.uid. So this is basically us, whatever user's liking this, you know. So, and then we check if they liked it, and then if so, to check if the DS is what they're using for document snapshot for theirs. So if the DS dot exists, so basically if there's a document for this query in this post, see this document is this actual post ID, of course. So it's only we're only getting the document for this post and the user. So if the user has it, so the user will only be able to like or unlike it, you know. They won't be able to keep entering into the post reactions thing, you know. They'll only be able to have one reaction. So if it does exist, we want to we want to delete it basically. But if it does exist, if it doesn't exist, we want to actually like it. So that's kind of where this code sort of comes in. I'll show you. So we'll just do the code to like it first, which I hate when it formats it. Okay. So of course we'll copy that. We'll copy this. Maybe we should just make these as strings somewhere. But you put this inside a document, and then we'll put reaction type, which we'll just put like for now, and then post ID be the widget document, that document ID. Yeah, we need to make these variables since we're using them so much, but it's fine for now. Just to be consistent, I'm using single quotes right here. No, I made it double right there. Anyways, we will put the user ID that liked it. So, which would be widget.userid. We just want to do it just when we put these in here, just in case we need to use it for something else. UID for that actually. So just in case you need the post ID and use ID, even though we have it in the document as the document ID basically, or document key, whatever you're gonna call it. I just like to put it in the data as well. So we might need to add other things to the post reaction. I'm not sure yet, but that's fine for now. And then we use a then, and then I'll just put value. We don't really need that, but I think it's success. What is value? It's just void, yeah. So it doesn't even matter. So really, we'll set state liked. This is then when we'll like the actual, which I'll save it to format it. So this is where we'll actually like the like the post. I might separate all of this because it's kind of a lot. But anyways, if they don't exist, well, it's just the same code right here. Well, I guess all the same right there. And then dot delete. Then we'll do another than value, which I don't believe it returns anything. I thought it returned like success or something. Let's see. Yeah, it's still void. And the semicolon there, and then we'll like state equals false. So that way, the actual so we'll move this. We'll move this into a function so it doesn't crowd our UI code. We need to do that in other places. I want to do that in the login and register, but we'll get to that at the end. At the end, we'll clean up a lot of this stuff, and I'll show you how to do block pattern and all that. I keep mentioning that, but just so you know, I'm not going to leave it like this. Okay, so I do it like this so you can understand better. So if I start with the block, it might throw you off, you know. So we'll just run this. So if we did it before, which I should have showed it, if we did it before and we liked it, it wouldn't stay liked. Basically, if we come back to the app later. But now it should stay like, or actually it wouldn't because like it's only on press. So really we need to do the same check to change like we need to do that in init state. So which I didn't think about. So well, I don't like to put it because really in init state, if it's not mounted, basically if that's the word they use. So basically, if the UI isn't loaded yet, then you call some code, it might actually crash the app. So you want to check if it's mounted, which I forgot. Okay, yeah, so you just use that, but really, since it's a did user, we'll do check if user liked post. It will make it a sync, which I don't know if I need to do really, but so okay. What am I missing? Okay, I just had it backwards. So, anyways, yeah, we want to check. It's the same code really. So, if ds.exists, then we would all. That's all we need to check if it exists. We need to change. We need to set the state and do make the like equals to true. So that way, if we come back to that, it'll be true. So that's the kind of that's the only thing really with this code or with the social media. That's the only thing that's kind of network intensive, sort of, is that you have to keep checking, you have to keep pinging, making queries for each like to make sure it's like, you know what I mean? So, and this is only for the likes. We have to do all this just for the likes. So maybe even for the comments. I don't want to even make the comments like that, but I don't know if I would. But everything else, like as far as the count for the likes, we can just count it on the post. We put the count on the actual post, so we don't have to keep checking that. So But I can't really think of a better way that would reduce requests than to do it like this. Because really, a social media app is pretty much real time, sort of. Kind of, yeah. I don't think you really see likes, but we will. No, we won't really. You don't really see likes in real time on social media apps. So, and this code doesn't reflect that either. So you'll just check it once. So this, oh, we need to call it. And I mentioned the mount, but you'd have to keep checking mount every second and then call it. But this is fine because it's going to take a while for it to make a request. I mean, it's pretty fast, but still, the UI should show up before you make the request. So anyways, we'll like this and we'll just do a whole new run. Okay, so now if we liked it, it should show liked. And now if we, let's say we came out the app, we restarted it, it should still be liked. I hate that thing where I have switches. We'll fix that later at the end. But I want to get to this first. We'll do it after we do messaging too. So we'll make everything better. So anyways, so yeah, see that same thing if you do this. We'll just run it again. This, see, I hate this transition between each one, but we'll fix that. Um see, it stays like so. Now we that you're liking the post, we're gonna do something more fun,